9 reasons to not buy an iPhone. Are you an Apple lover? You sure? I do like them, but that doesn't mean it's the best option for your eyes, conscience, or wallet. It hurts, but it's the truth. Find out why. Number 1. Its screen brightness isn't the best. The iPhone is a very efficient phone in many aspects, although its screen has details that affect enjoying it on sunny days. This is because its brightness reaches 600 nits for its simple version and 800 for the Pro. Since most users would go for the simple version, I'll tell you about that one. The 600 nits displayed on its screen mean that if you're watching a video or a movie on a very sunny day, you won't see all the details as you'd like. Although the screens of these phones may have more default brightness, Apple has limited it. I don't know if you've struggled reading a message or watching your favorite memes or series in the sun, but it's really annoying. Even more when you've spent a small fortune on this beast of Cupertino's Apple. It's nothing like the 857 nits of the Samsung Galaxy S20 or the decent 610 nits that a Pixel 5 reaches. As you can see, these are also excellent phones, but cheaper. Number 2. Uncompetitive autonomy. Despite being remarkably modern, the iPhone is falling behind its competitors regarding its battery life. For example, if you're using YouTube for a long time, you can watch 5 hours of video with your iPhone 12 mini. If it's the SC 2020, this drops to 4.5 hours, and if it's the iPhone 12, it goes up to 6.5 hours approximately. Doesn't sound bad, right? But the Google Pixel 5 has an autonomy of almost 9 hours doing the same, and the Samsung Galaxy S20 reaches 10 hours in 20 minutes. Regarding prices, these competitors aren't far behind Apple. Plus, the battery efficiency from 2,227 to 3,687 milliamps, depending on the model, isn't something that a mid-range phone with an average Android system offers you. In fact, it offers twice the capacity for the same price, or even less. Despite this, Apple lovers have little tricks like turning off Bluetooth and not using a lot of data to extend the life of your device a bit, but you shouldn't always worry about those details. These batteries may be top-notch, but their manufacturer leaves much to be desired, and if you stay till the end, you'll know why. Number 3. No innovative ideas in today's iPhones. This is a drawback not only of iPhones, but many of its competitors as well. Many brands like Samsung focus more on the camera features and not so much on the phone's appearance. Ever since Steve Jobs changed the world in 2007 by launching the first iPhone, Apple has been the benchmark for all smartphones. It all comes down to the color, touchscreen type, and cameras. This has caused smartphone sales to steadily decline over the years, while Apple maintains its characteristic minimalism and is always looking for formulas that seem to work. However, competitors already had many of its novelties before the California company. Like what? Basically removing the 3.5mm mini jack, water resistance, or even AirPods. This has been progressive and even included in its latest version without accessories, which caused more controversy than joy among consumers. But is that minimalist design appealing to you? Or would you like something different? Number 4. Extremely high prices. How much are you willing to spend on an iPhone? You know you could make a small fortune on this high-end phone. This time, I'll tell you about the top ones on the market, which are the iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max. These are the models you'd dream of because you'd have to have the best of the best, right? And how much does it cost? Well, the answer is simple and difficult. On Apple's official website, these phones cost from $999 to $1,399 US in that market, but it can be way more expensive in other markets. You'll get great cameras, a capacity ranging from 128 to 512 gigabytes, and all the benefits of having this aluminum beast in your hand, as well as the price that is increased without any justification. Keep in mind that the box will only include the phone and a USB cable. Do you think it's worth it? Let me know. Number 5. App Store. Less variety, more expensive. The battle between Apple and Google to have the best store is fierce, but what's Apple's store like? It has fewer apps, although it keeps certain standards, which offers more quality in its apps and is more suitable for beta versions and first versions of large developers due to its good processors. But if you wanted a simpler app or even from independent developers, and above all, free of charge, you might not find it on the Apple Store. If you want a specialized app, many of which are paid, the App Store is for you. However, if you want a larger store with several paid apps and many other free apps of all kinds, perhaps with not so great quality but free, then there you'll be welcome to the Google team and its Play Store. Also bear in mind that with an Android, you can download apps from anywhere as you're not limited to a single store. Everything you want and for free. Games, experimental apps, and much more. Number 6. No accessories in the box. After releasing the iPhone 12, the Apple company has taken a step forward for an eco-friendly attempt by including nothing but the phone in its box and a USB cable. This means that besides spending a good amount of money ranging from $699 to $1,099, depending on the market, you don't have a way to charge your phone or even listen to your favorite music. Moreover, users have criticized Apple's minimalist measures, and the brand has been the target of memes and mockery from both its followers and its competitors. According to Apple, this resulted from the green attempt to keep its operations completely carbon neutral and use 100% renewable energy to manufacture every component of assembled iPhones. As an iPhone user, I may have my old charger and earbuds, but if you, as a new Apple user, wanted to use this phone, can you imagine spending more just to charge it? And not to mention the music. Knowing this, would you have an iPhone? Number 7. The high price of its accessories. All Apple products and accessories have always been pricey. Its latest releases have been no exception since they forced the consumer to buy a charger besides the money they already spent to have the phone of the year in their hands. How much would this charger cost? Approximately $20 to $40, although it depends on where in the world you buy it from and if it's wired or wireless. However, you could use an old iPhone charger or a compatible one. The point is, it isn't so practical for new users. Do you want the AirPods? These earbuds cost almost a third of the phone's price. They may be quite good, but you'll have to pay from $159 to $249 US. Ouch! I'm talking about official accessories because if saving is your thing, you can look for generic accessories, although they don't guarantee the quality of the Silicon Valley Apple. Number 8. Made in China at inconvenient prices. The iPhone is Apple's flagship product, and over 1 billion units have been sold since this product was born. Apple's main factory, located in Zhengzhou, China, assembles over half of all iPhones, while the rest are made in several factories throughout the same country. After leaving the factory, they go through a special customs office set up near the factory. Then they go to the local airport, and 150,000 iPhones are shipped in a Boeing 747. They travel around the world through several freight carriers, and so far so good, right? But what about those that stay in China? Shouldn't these be cheaper? Quite the opposite. After labeling them as export goods for the foreign market, the same customs office changes them to imported and makes a fishy move so the Chinese government can take a 17% tax. This means that if you go to China to buy an iPhone made over there, it'll cost up to $100 more than in the US. Weird, isn't it? How much does an iPhone cost in your country? Tell me down below. Do you want to know a more civil reason not to have an iPhone? Here you go. Number 9. Exploitation in Zhengzhou? It's well known that all iPhones leave China and then arrive at your nearest Apple supplier. The company responsible for this job is not Apple, but the Taiwanese company Foxconn, which has its facilities in Zhengzhou, China. The assembly plant has 2.16 square miles and about 350,000 employees, although there may be more in the summer to have the next-gen iPhones ready for launch. Its workers only earn up to $2 an hour in a 12-hour shift doing the exact same thing over and over again. Thanks to this, 300 iPhones are born per minute, and over 500,000 units can leave the factory on a very busy day. Along with the continuous strict evaluation to maintain their quality standards, this must have a negative impact on the poor employees. Besides having precarious places to sleep, there's even been a wave of suicides. Many suffer as they stay standing for over 10 hours, all because making an iPhone by hand is more eco-friendly. Plus, Apple endorses Foxconn's working conditions. Despite slight improvements over the years, there's still a lot of controversy on the subject. Still dying to get your hands on an iPhone 12? The important thing is that you know everything the media doesn't tell you and make a responsible purchase. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to watch more interesting topics. Want more technology? Then I invite you to watch these videos.